Hi everyone, welcome to the next lecture of the series How to Become a Web Developer. In this lecture we are gonna work on JavaScript. JavaScript helps you to bring life to your HTML page. You can make real-time changes to your HTML page. So in this lecture we are gonna learn about what is JavaScript, what is JavaScript used for, how JavaScript is linked, and what is a keyword. Uh, this JavaScript lecture is gonna be spent on multiple videos. So after this lecture, look for the next videos as well. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that when the new video is uploaded, you get a notification and you can continue with the course or the lectures. Okay, so what is JavaScript? JavaScript is a scripting language, and it is mostly used on web platforms like HTML, web application, .NET, uh, the Google pages that you see online, GitHub site, all those use JavaScript. So JavaScript is used to make real-time changes to your web page without reloading the whole page. For example, if you go to github.com and if you click on one of the APIs, so all of it has JavaScript on the backend. So if I click on issues, you see that not the whole page is loaded but just the tab right here. So JavaScript has been used to do that. uh, Now, why do we use JavaScript? So that we can handle events on the page. For example, when I clicked this tab, this was a click event which was handled through JavaScript. Similarly, anything ranging from mouse movements to clicks on keyboard or keypad, to the movement of the timers. For example, you can put a script which will be executed every other second or every second or every minute, whatever timer you put there. So that is how JavaScript is used. And for JavaScript, you don't need to reload the whole page. All the changes are real time, and this is used to make the web application more interactive and more seamless. Rather than having the user reload the page every time they click, JavaScript does the backend job whenever user clicks or performs any action, and that action is handled by JavaScript. So that's how JavaScript is used. So how JavaScript is linked? One of the ways JavaScript is linked is by events or attributes inside HTML tags. For example, this is the page that I made, which is a real simple page, and you will see that if I put on click here, you can have multiple attributes in here. I'm gonna use on click. You can use on double click, on scroll, or on on key down, key press, key up. You can see all the events in here in VS Code. So on click, we are going to tell the user that user has clicked the button. Hey, you have clicked the button, and this, like this. And if I reload the page, I click on the button, you will see, hey, you have clicked the button, the user has been shown the message. The second way you can do is put script tag inside your head tag. Script type equal to text JavaScript, and inside the head tag we put uh, alert, and we say that wait for the page to load before wait for the page to load before clicking the button. Good thing about here is I can just click format document and all the indentation is done for me inside VS Code. So VS Code becomes really handy in that. So when I reload the page, you will see I don't see the button, and it says wait for the page to load before clicking the button. I say okay, and now I see the button. So that's how JavaScript is executed using the in-page JavaScript without doing all the hectic stuff. And when I click the button, you will see the same message that we put on click. Now if we go back, there is one other way that we can use JavaScript. There is a simple .js file that I created. It has a function inside, but we will get into it later. Let's just put a alert here, and alert would say, hey, JavaScript file is linked properly, and that's it. That's the only thing alert would say. And inside here we link this file. How we link it? Really easy. Script src for source equal to simple js.js, type equal to text JavaScript, and we close the tags. And now when we load the page, you will see the alert that file has been linked properly. Hey, JavaScript file is linked properly, the same message that we wrote over here. And after that, when I click here OK, I'll get another message which is right here. And when I click that, I get the button, I click the button, and it is executed. So as you can see, JavaScript has been executed sequentially as well. We referred to the file first, so the file was executed first, right in here. Then we referred, then there was in-page JavaScript, which was executed second, and then we put JavaScript on click attribute of the HTML tag, which was executed on our click, and it wasn't executed before that. So that's how we can link JavaScript inside HTML file. Now when we are programming or when we are coding, uh, we need to understand keywords. Keywords are reserved words inside of programming languages, and they are not supposed to be redefined or defined or used uh, otherwise in our custom code. For example, function. Now function is a reserved word or a keyword which we use to define a function. So whenever we are going to write a function inside JavaScript, we are going to start with function keyword and then the function name and everything. Or if we are defining, we will study functions and variables and all that in the next lecture, because I didn't want the lecture to be too lengthy or too complicated. Just to give you a flavor of what JavaScript is like, this is going to be a short lecture. So variable var, int is used for numbers, whole numbers, then string or math or decimal or array. So all these functions or all these words that you see here are keywords, and they are not supposed to be used for any type of function or any type of usability other than they are already defined for. So we can only use these keywords for the definition that has already been put by the programming language. So for example, in JavaScript, we are not going to use int as name for any other variable or any other system or any other thing. We are going to use int when we are defining a strong type variable for integers or whole numbers. Um, so in a nutshell, a function or variable or any other data type cannot be defined using a keyword. So you cannot redefine the keyword. Keyword has already been defined, and you need to use it as is. So For your homework assignment, I would ask you to go back, look at some of the prompts and some of the stuff that we did right here in the files. I'm gonna upload this code to GitHub as well, and you can go to GitHub. You can find the link to GitHub in my previous lectures. Um, Once you go to GitHub, you can download this code, test it out yourself. You can have events on document loading, or once the document has been loaded, try moving the script uh, before or after some of the elements are loaded, and do all this stuff. That will give you a flavor of JavaScript. Next lecture is going to be on JavaScript concepts and examples. See you in the next lecture. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you know when the next lecture is available. Thank you.